Roger that.
We are live. Go ahead.
Broadcasting coming to you live with Pro Esports Busch Series. I'll be your host for tonight's awesome fast race. And along with me, we got our small man Steve Johnson here, Big Johnson, working race control. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for tonight's Busch Series race as we kick off the 2022 season underway. Green, and in the nick of time. Here we go.
I am so sorry for the delay in getting started. I actually just got home from the Daytona 500, so here we go.
Roger, that's a good one right there. That is an excuse of all excuses right there. We're going to take it. We're going to take it all day long. As they're taking the outside line up and gone right now. We have Ronnie Johnson starting off pole. Garrett Sidwell. He was in that second position. Matthew W. Bell in that third. David Olsen was in that 39 car. That fourth position, fifth position was Brett Allen in the 66 in our top five right there. But these guys are still shaping up pretty nicely. Bottom line is really taking hold at the start of this race, which what we've been seeing throughout Daytona week, we've been noticing that it can be a shape up at either line. It doesn't matter. The high line.
Just so drivers know, we are live now.
The bottom line really gets her up to speed, and it's gone as well. So right now we're seeing a stack of cars on the bottom. And we got 4 or 5 cars starting. It looks like we're really getting the momentum built up on the bottom line here. We have Brent Allen in the 66 taking control of tonight's race. Outside line trying to fight a little bit, but not much at this moment because we're just getting underway in tonight's Busch Series, aka Xfinity. Now this is a flag to flag race here, folks. So in this flag to flag race, meaning we dropped in a hammer and it's gone from green to checkered. So we're gonna have some fuel strategy if this thing stays green, and some patience needed out of the drivers. Again, this is Daytona Super Speedway, folks, and when it comes down to front row esports and Xfinity, these guys are out here on their first mission of it's going to be a display, hopefully an epic display of fast cars and chaos out there. And the question is going to be throughout the entire season, is the juice going to be worth the squeeze? Now we do have the outside line with just ducks out there trying to swim in this pond. This really fast pond right here. It's more like a massive flooding river. Ooh, we get some good momentum, impressive momentum with the 3 cars on the outside. I mean, these guys are really charging it pretty tough right now. And impressed to see just a small number of cars really battling it tough against this big line on the bottom. So we're going to go into maybe taking a bit later on in this race. Right now, small line here at Daytona. A little wiggle down to the 49. 49 recovering just fine right there, and he's going to go ahead and hold on to it. So we're going to try to note the differences between the two that we've seen in tough race just a few nights ago. Pretty impressive run at the moment here. We do have everybody on the bottom. 0 shots. Everyone's in a clean green. And hopefully it's going to be mean here in a minute. Well, let's stack up to be mean. Let's get the 47, the 41. Guys are kind of half hanging back. Here we go, 19. Looks like he's creating a good little hole for the 47. And the 41. Looks like again a little momentum. The green side is dragging back just a little bit. Have to be careful and be leery about, I understand sitting in the back is one thing, a good strategy, but if this race goes green, then basically what happened here after that is you'll lose contact with the trap, and then you start to drop into no man's land and no recovery zone. And now everything's staying really green on this end at the moment. So we get the outside line, doing a fine job, holding it tough with just a minimum of the 4 cars. All right, we got Big Johnson, who we have leading over here on the outside line. We get a focal point on this outside line.
Right now, the number 66 of Brett Finn and the number 66 Toyota is leading the outside line, followed closely by the 926 of Garrett Wiles, and then the, who was that, 29?
28 of Michael Adams, I think.
39. It's a 39 of David Hoitzma in the third car, the outside lane.
Nice. They got the 19. Looks like he's falling up in suit. You know, these guys are trying to keep their distance. I don't see a lot of cars actually at the moment. Again, they're still trying to sort out the just as I say that here, we start to get a little biting up toward the front. I just see him in second position. You're kind of out, maybe giving his car a little bit of a breather, and that's going to change, a little bit. To be moving here, maybe he wants that lead to slow a little bit more. As we get some side traffic, we're just going to get close on the back stretch here. And now the energy is really starting to pick up, and it's going to add up here on the outside. Blink out here. That's the 54. Thought he was going to get out there. 54, Spencer Hilton. But he was going to make that run. Not so far though. It does look like we have a majority of the field still getting low. As you see, at the 84 or 64. 84. 84 now drop down off the high side and come on in low. That's Shane Abbey.
Yeah, it seems like the inside line is really the line that we are trying to prefer. There's a couple drivers on the outside. Oh, it looks like we got a couple drivers bailing out. Who's that? The 95 looks like is bailing out. 96. Yeah, 96. J.R. Schaumburg. He decided he needed to get out of there real quick. But it looks like the inside line is. Yeah, it looks like the inside line is really the predominant line right now. As drivers are getting settled, they're getting into this race. If they watched the Daytona 500, they saw there was crashes galore. In the first stage, I think we had, 3 cautions, including one flip over of Harrison Burton. Blew over on the backstretch there. My actual seat at the 500 was at pit entrance. I can tell you what, those cars sound amazing in person. I can't wait for y'all to hear them in person. They were absolutely wonderful. Sorry?
Yeah, I hope you got some good footage.
Just a couple of videos. I'll go ahead and post them later.
Absolutely, that's awesome. Oops, you see a slow car down low on the bottom. Everyone's clearing it just fine, but we do have now a single file run at the moment. Now on our fuel runs, Big Johnson, we're like at 44 laps, somewhere around there, Pindy?
Yeah, we're somewhere between 40 and 45 laps. The slow car was the 32 of Tom Freitas. Looks like he's a lap down right now.
So just so you guys know, the fuel window would be running 75% fuel. We are about 30 to 32 laps per tank on a fuel run.
I forgot that we're 75% fuel, so that is correct. About 30 laps in here. So with this being a 70-lap race, we're looking at 2 stops at some point.
Correct. It is correct.
That's Kenny Sarge in charge right there. Good job, Ben. Rushing on it. Everyone's set up for the long haul at the moment. Everyone's lining up on the bottom, working the fuel. Now that's the other good question here when it comes down to the leader. Our leader, Ronnie Dave Morrison here. And you're out here burning up all the fuel while everybody else is reaping benefits. Now, will he, switch up on that to let go of the lead? But if he does, look at the long line of cars that's behind him. He switches it and lets go of the lead, so in the case of fuel, in the heart. I mean, got the 28 out there taking maintain and work. Can a single or a couple cars, well, we did see it earlier, how those 3 were able to maintain their pace, but what's going to happen with the single car? He's going to drop like the last did earlier in tonight's race, you see in the Daytona. That any car, you could say, with market. Note right now on the 28, still on the outside and moving back, of course. Not as quick as we were seeing earlier, but we do have more. 54 maintaining, good for that.
28 of Mike Adams slots in front of the number 04, Jared Medina.
We still have now lined up on and back from Ronnie J. Morrison, Brent Allen in that second position, Derek Good Swill in that 19-6 machine. He's sitting there in that third position. J.R.
Schaumburg.
And the 96 car here in that 4th position. The 19 car sitting firmly in that 5th position, Nicholas Lamb. Shane Abbey in 84, that's the W Bell in 95. Got him in that 7th. 8th going to go with that Alex Weaver, that 47 car. Look for Dale Holmes in the 41. Around that with Spencer Hill from that 54. Which is very smart in this matter, due to the fact this is a flag-to-flag race right here. So the only thing that's really going to make a huge difference is going to be a caution. Right now, they're thinking to see a green flag stop, which I will be super stoked to see how these guys blow.
Whoa, we got trouble.
God. Off the wall. I have no idea. That's calamity. Now, we had chaos, and that one was not controlled one little bit.
Looks like the number 19 got turned around. Let's go ahead and check the replay right here.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Man, that was insane.
Yeah, watch the 19. Looks like just got a little loose and... Oh man, somebody went for a ride.
Yeah, these cars will start getting loose too after they start burning off some fuel as well.
Yeah, that car right there went for an absolute ride right there. That took out a lot of cars.
Yeah, we're talking end over end. I mean, almost make it underneath them, but didn't really quite happen. It right there on that, the Newman bar.
So it looks, yeah, it looks like the 19 clips the apron, and then, let's see, as he comes back up onto the track, the 84 is tight with him. Looks like didn't have enough room to get under control again, and unfortunately that it went around.
That was the end of it right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was that hurts.
That's crazy. Yeah, we got to check the we got any helicopters flying out, and drivers okay. We had window nets down, right? I hope everything was good there.
I hope so.
Watch the beginning real quick on my team.
But we got drivers down pit road right now. Looks like the entire lead pack is going to go ahead and take advantage of this.
Dude, like I say, if we can, we need to look at the sevens view. Wow.
All right, we'll cover the end of this pit exit as the drivers go ahead and leave. It looks like we have a couple drivers. Looks like Ronnie Morrison's the first off pit road. He's probably only took fuel only. Looks like Brett Gwynn second off pit road, Tyler Ott third, in a close battle for 4th and 5th between Shane Abbey and J.R. Schomburg. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that 7 car. You said you wanted to check out his view?
Oh my goodness, dude. Maybe even an onboard or something, but the
all right.
car comes down on top of him. Like,
oh my goodness.
So,
all right, here we go. On board with the number 7 of Derek Wynn. This is on board with him. And unfortunately, these wrecks, when they happen quick. Oh, wow. Oh, and he gets caught up into the fence hard. Oh, he gets stuck in the fence. I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're along for the ride. And let's get us a little closer. This is the wreck from an outside perspective, and like I said, when these wrecks happen, they happen quick, and he's doing everything he can to slow down. I was like, whoa, and he goes underneath that one car, makes contact with a couple others, and at this point, sometimes you're the bat and sometimes you're the ball, and tonight, he was the ball.
Yeah, and that looked more like something out of, I would think, Happy Gilmore, man. He just steps up and takes a run at him, and then that was it. We've seen bigger, don't get wrong, but that was good. That was definitely good. But man, a lot of action here happening right now as we are, lap 16 of this thing, out of 70. So, we had a really good, clean run going on there. Again, we've seen bobble up. What it come down to was at like a little bit of a lap car. Guy hit that apron, touched, and there wasn't a lot of, you have to be so quick on rolling and slowing that car up so you don't get into the back of him. Sent him for a ride, and what a ride it was. Wow.
Lights are out on the pace cars. We're coming to the restart zone to take the green flag for lap 17. Driver's going to be a little hesitant right now after seeing that accident, and we'll see if we can just get into a good rhythm and get a good second run going. This does change the fuel strategy a little bit. They might be able to make it on one more stop from here.
One more stop. Okay, well, I mean that looks a little bit more dynamic here on this one, but I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing some of these cats. They might be thinking they got a pretty good hot rod out here. They're thinking that big one, kind of itch things out the way. They may have missed it. Feeling like they got a little superhero in their car, and might drop behind, pick up some spots here, and see if they can't lead the pace of this race. But we're gonna find out here. I mean, we've got Ronnie J. Morrison here in that 001. He's leading the field off here as we're going to get rid of this pace, but get him out the way because we're trying to go fast. Move, dude, move, move.
So just as a reference point, the halfway point for this fuel run is going to be lap 43.
There you go.
So if they can make it to 40, they can probably make it to the end. Here we go.
Bring it up, guys. Let's get it done. Now we go, folks. Great job with 001. Ronnie right there getting it hard, and of course we have a little bit of support there with the 65. It looks as if 56. Yeah, 56 is Tyler Ott. Tyler Ott is out now, starting to get on the bumper of the 001. We still have the 66 on the outside. Ooh, not anymore. Jumping out there, blocking that line, but didn't leave it open. He did. He left the door open on the bottom, which has been the strong line thus so far. But will this line now shift his course and maybe go to the high or to find out? Maybe you thought he was going to go down for a block, but not. Now the 56 going to take over the lead, coming out of 3 and 4. Whoa, 96 going to get a block out of the outside line. But we'll see. Now he's running a different line now when it comes down to the 001. He's going to have to adjust as such with the 66 pushing right there on his bumper. Hopefully doesn't get too right on him. But the 55 still fighting back now with the 96. 96 and 20 need to get him to and create more. But we're now having the outside line stack up with cars.
Yeah.
Looks like the 001 seems to be a little more of a favorite to go behind. But the 55 is back at attack right now. The back on the back stretch. Going into 3 and 4. 55 and 96 now closing the gap between each other. And the little 5 starting to duke it out like we're coming to the last lap or something. Both flying right now, feeling full of all kinds of energy, and we're going to drag race off line.
The outside line looks like it's struggling just to find its momentum right now. It looks like the 001 and the 66 the 66, they're looking like they took a couple laps to figure out which line they wanted to run. With that second line, you can run the middle, you can run the top. But it looks like now that they got that figured out, they are checking out right now on that inside line.
Yeah, the inside or outside, my man?
Outside line.
The 66 for the race, they're really working well together. You see how that's taken away from the control, and of course without that control, when the car is flipping and sliding around, they're not able to plant that horsepower the way they need. You give each other a little bit of space to divide the air and let the car settle and plant its power, and then man, you're gone. But look at this. Oh, we got a little mix up here with what's going to lead inside lane. Charge on the back. Here we go. 84. Going for the Gustos already now. Going to show 55 how to get her done.
One of the favorite parts about these Xfinity cars is that you can really make the inside line work, you can make the outside line work, you can make the middle work if you've got the help. And even though they had that crash, looks like they're being respectful, giving each other some room. They definitely want to make it to the checker flag, but they want to be there first.
But they try to make a race out of it as well. Put on their stand for them, put a show home for the fans out there. We got some real good momentum building up right now on this outside line. 001 back with the 66-41 answering the call to the outside. And they're going to show their hand as well. Look, we got some hands. We got some fast cats out here. Now we got some more people to add into the party. We got the 7 and the 49, it looks like.
4 cars on the inside line, 5 cars on the outside line.
Outside. So they're gaining in numbers right now. We got a good 2, 6 out there, 2 more driving back, 54 now. Playing this party. So these guys are side-by-side drag, racing across that finish line again. Into one. Any hotter out here, folks, than what it is right now. All right, but now this is brought to you by official sponsor of NEXTGEN Broadcasting and Front Row Esports. Of course, we got Greg McKinnon in your head now. We're going to be getting a lot to that in our sponsorship throughout this season, so stay tuned for that one. Also brought to you by Marriott Resort. Over here, of course, no reason throughout the world. Yeah, Marriott here to take care of you in style. So on that, you're going to see a lot more of when it comes to later on. Yeah, we got a great drag race. Some battle outside by Internet. Whoop. That's what I'm talking about. Rocky Owens on Razor back now, man. He got a good dance partner. He got the 66 with him. Brent Allen, man, he know what he's doing too. He's sitting on his bumper, but not quite. You know, giving running to him. Out of his car. He's doing it with superb fashion right now. As we start to side track a little more, stalling up that line. Now, they're going to start testing their boundaries here. Okay, how can I get to this dude? You know, who can do what? They're really trying to follow. We're seeing a good drag race here. Obviously, the Rio 1 and 84 have tremendous amount of respect for each other. The inside lines are, outside lines are doing good formation. So now they can start individual. And we're seeing it work. We're seeing it work really, really well as obviously the line's starting to snake a little bit. That's going to disrupt the momentum and the flow, and of course their overall speed. Outside line's going to have it on this one, but no, answering back. 84 again with the 56 on the bottom. Man, we got some good racing right here. 3 cars, but we got a wiggle and a wobble coming out of, who is that? Element 90, we'll get him here in a second. I'll be the 19. But, yeah, we got some wiggle and wobbles out there. We need to be a little bit tighter than we're looking for to complete this and take over control of this race. Because right now, ain't no one having control of this race. We got the 2 lines right now, the 84 and the 000 going head-to-head. But, it's really dependent on who is on their 6, and who's going to give them a good hand. Okay, it looks like we got someone dropping to the back underneath. The double yellow,
56 of Tyler Audie's probably overheating because he was the one doing the pushing for Ronnie Morrison on the inside. So he was working hard to try to keep the lead, and at some point you just got to go ahead and bail out, get the engine, have the engine under control, be ready to go. Looks like he's going to drop back to the back, give himself a little bit of a breather, then he'll work his way back up to the end.
Heads up from our race control tonight. That's good job. That's good for that. But yeah, that's precisely it. That's spot on right there. Great job. Overheat these things being tucked up on there and not ducking out. Now that's another reason why it might look like it's a little bit of a snake at times, but maybe that's what these guys are trying to do. They're trying to pull off hard. They're all running super tough right now. I mean, it's literally been a pretty that one caution, big incident, but you thought they put the scare in some drivers out there, but not really. They went side by side duking it out. Now they're going to go ahead and line it up, write it out for a little bit of long coming out.
So it's interesting because once that one car bailed out to cool his engine off, look what happened to the field. Now they're single file. The entire top line just collapsed as they all saw what happened, and they said, okay, we have to take this opportunity. Now they're all single file, turning laps right now, just counting down the laps to the pit stop.
All right, and that's, again, glorious thinking on all these guys' parts because they all want to make it to the end.
And just as I said single file, look what just happened. 96 of Jarrett Schroeder going outside with the number 19 of Nicholas Lamb. They're not content to just sit there running single file. They got places to go.
They get that. You get look up front on the outside, and you're seeing ain't no one there. You know, we're good. That's a lot of room to race, and you'll get some good clean air. And now this is the tango right here, all right? I'm going to take over the lead. Not quite. Nope. Yeah, man, that run they had dissipated this energy. But here comes support right here. We got the Savage coming in. I mean, he's coming in like S22 Raptor, man. He's going to go in there and get something done. Now, we got a little bit more help here. Building up some troops on the outside. 3 cars out to see if they can generate it and get her done.
And it's interesting because that. Yeah. Like I said, just when we said they're going to run single file, they said nope, and Jared Schomburg said he's going straight to the lead. Interesting. Interesting that number 7 car, Derek Wood, he's actually a lap down. He's trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way.
Oh, why not? That's how I do it right there. Go, buddy.
Whoa, whoa.
Waiting for him to get past us. If he can get away from the team, but you don't think he gets that down at the bottom line is Paltry. After that wheel, they scared the folks down there on the bottom, and the outside line is now going to take over. For my position, get my route back right now. Thank you very much, folks. Appreciate you. And we go now. Now he got his fingers crossed for a caution. Leading the pack right now, but he is not the leader, folks, because the 19 is the leader, and the 7 car is running for, or 96 is our leader, and we got the 7 car running for his life right now. I'm talking about. Don't get yourself out. He's going to run 40 to feet flat down. I don't care.
I mean,
challenging on the outside with the 11.
I mean, there's 22 cars in the pack. Derek is in 22nd place. He can just sit in the back, wait for a caution. But he's got places to go. He wants to earn it back the old-fashioned way. Right now, he is on the lead lap.
And he will. He will be that definitely lap. For hopefully the race win at the end of this thing. This is called Daytona for a reason, folks. This is the crapshoot of all races right here. I mean, anybody can win this. Anyone can, as long as you got some skill out there and hit your target. You really out there to nail your strategies. Be patient. I've been really speaking to the drivers. A lot of them, look what happened at all these races so far through Daytona week. Look what's going on. You know, that patience is not there, and then they try to go wide, moving around, and right now this race is working. Yeah, man, that was not close to it. I mean, that's you're in a wreck. Done, right there, but I mean, seriously. Right there, very serious. If you're going to wreck, you wreck it. All right? I mean, they did. That was huge. That was crazy. There's up the back up to that one to watch that one notice. But right now, we see up to 7 running for his life. And we see 19 trying to the motor on the outside. In the air here, home. He actually had he was in one of the driver meetings earlier today. Kind of going through, giving his insight to tonight's race. The next caution what snag on the driver, so you can bring him on over. But yeah, he was confident in this is going to be the more you'll ride, but ride with intent. Everything you can to continue to move and check out. But he wants to be there at the end.
Driver's going down the back. Driver's going down the back straightaway as the number 19 Nicholas Lamb continues to lead. He's going to move down in front of Derek Wynn and hold his position down on the inside. We are getting about 5 to 7 laps away from scheduled pit stops here. But we're actually, something interesting, we're actually now in the fuel window to make it to the end. So if they want, you can get 4 or 5 cars come down pit road right now and get single file. Go ahead and try to check out on this pack and get yourself into a position where you don't have to worry about this pack.
And just a quick update there on the fuel window. 13 laps left of fuel or so. We got about another 5 laps till we're officially in our fuel window.
Oh, that would make sense because we're running 30 laps, not 40 laps. I know math, right?
Yep.
So, but that's what I meant earlier when I said it's going to be tight, because if they have 13 laps left and they can only run about 30 laps, that pit window's, they're only going to have about 3 laps worth of time they can make it, and there's not really an opportunity to save fuel for a green-white checkered.
I don't know, man. The battling's starting to get a little tight up front, to be honest with you. But he's 41 now, trying to get up there and challenge after 19 Bell got him jump down to the bottom. Now he's going to cruise at this outside line. We're going to see who's going to have the best run. The other line with the same number of cars. You know, again, it is going to matter on how they're pushing, you know, and their style up. Not just the slam drafting and try to shove these guys. No, but put it when they scare that trap, scare that air, let that.
Well, hold on to it, Derek. Hold on to it.
Caution.
And that brings out the caution.
Get yourself something to drink. Get a deep breath.
Caution's got to be coming out on that one.
Yeah, caution's out.
Yeah. Wow, up in the air. Goodness gracious, we've seen that unfold right in front of us, folks. That 7 car, oh man, he just got a piece of that.
Yeah, it looked
upset.
looked like he just clipped the apron. It was on from there.
Oh man, that was on for a bunch of other guys after that. Run it through it, buddy. You got Big Johnson on there.
SDK comes in a little late on the there, so let's go ahead and back it up a little bit. So it looks like Derek just gets a little bit loose, and then he clips the apron, comes back up, cleans out the 96 and the 29, or sorry, 28. And oh my God, look at the 28. Michael Adams went for an absolute ride.
Right? I mean, dude, that's like he was looking for for ISS, man, you know, space station or something, dude, because he got some distance up there.
Yeah.
He'd be trying to prove a little something on the shuttle. I mean, what a hit, though, seriously. I mean, wow. Thank goodness it's a sim.
Yeah, get you an onboard view of the 28.
No,
Okay.
you're going to scare folks. You're going to scare folks now. Leading us in right now, folks. 19, Nicholas Lamb. Largen in charge, bringing in this group of dope fast guys here. We got the 41 of Kale Holmes, he's in the 2nd position. We got the 84 of Shane Abbey, 3rd position. Everyone bring her in, see if they can hit their marks. No, we didn't. We have cars backing up right now and missing their stalls. That's going to be crucial on their position and coming out. Ouch. So we're going to look for this thing all back last. We're going to win the end. And the race out of this thing, got the 55 out already. All right, 66 out. 66 may get this. No, looks like the 19 or the 001, 1938. No, sorry, hold on, what's that one to? Looks like a 001 got it on the way out.
001 of Ronnie Morrison wins the race off of pit road. Brett Gwynn is 2nd, Shane Abbey 3rd, Nick Lamb 4th, Tyler Ott in 5th place.
Whew. All right, so we got ourselves a really good race kind of shaping up here. That butter, both times, has been the culprit of tonight's shenanigans, if you will. We're about to line this thing up. I mean, we're looking lap 40 or 70, so we're a little past halfway on this one. And you know, these drivers have seen what's going on, the tempo of the race, I think, by now. You know, in my shapes and forms, I would be totally fine with side-by-side action. You know, with the two lines look very stable when it comes to the race and these drivers' racecraft in general. You know, we've had minor mishaps when it comes to these wrecks. Unfortunately, have turned out to be really big ones. But that was the other thing is too. What do you got on race info, on series info for this for the Busch series for Front Row Esports?
I got what you got. This is a 70-lap race. This is our season opener, and
I mean, on our quick repairs, on the style of that, I know that we were at 75%. We said on our fuel, so forcing that pit stop and the strategy there.
75% fuel, one quick repair on the Daytona, Talladega, and potentially Atlanta. We don't have the new Atlanta on iRacing yet, so that is still to be determined. But we're anticipating with a restrictor plate quote unquote package, because they don't have restrictor plates anymore, but it's kind of the same idea. You know, that's kind of what we're looking at. You said you want to talk to the driver, right?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Who you got?
They're on the backstretch, so we're gonna have to do this really quick. You want to grab Ronnie?
Yeah, grab Ronnie.
All right.
In here.
Ronnie Morrison, driver of the 001. How are you doing? You're looking fast. You're up in the front, taking care of it. We got to do this quick because you're on the backstretch coming to the green. How's your race going?
Oh man, it's going great up here. Got the guys working with me in this room. Got the 66 or one out here. We're doing good.
What's the secret to get to victory lane here?
Go through her.
Right on.
Line and inside line run. So, which one are you preferring this thus far, Brad? What do you see the speed up before you drop you back?
I prefer the outside, honestly. But you know, we'll just have to see where we're at.
All right, go get it done, dude. We're gonna get you out of here. Good luck, buddy.
All right.
Ronnie Morrison, 001.
Get that. Yeah, 001. Ronnie.
Green flag. Green flag.
Stop. Here we go. Green all time coming out of our third Dawson, and we go. Got a 66 on the outside trying to get up the speed and steam that he's gonna need, but he's gonna need some help to get there. Looks like the 01's gonna do what he was just talking about. Jump to the outside, quick as you get. But we do have the 19 and 96 grouped up very nicely with the 20 on his bumper with some really good momentum as well coming up on there. So maybe that outside line may stall just a little bit as well, getting all set up here at lap 39 coming into lap 40.
Interesting that we noticed that we didn't catch on TV, but I noticed in the pit board, the top six stayed out after they made their pit stop. Everyone from 7th on back came in to top off. That's going to be about a 32 lap run, so they are right on the edge of their fuel window right here.
And we have seen these long green flags runs, metastasizing throughout the evening. So it could be a fuel management run, which could be a bad shape for that 19 and 001 as these are getting tied up there.
001, 66 running slightly different lines, but it's an interesting thought. If we're 32 laps away, they got to run about 32, 33 laps here. You know, if you're the 001 or Ronnie Morrison or even this 19 and Nicholas Lamb, do you want to be in the front right now?
Right. Double back a little bit. That's what you guys do. Their thing, but stay right there in contact. And with the amount of time that's left and the amount of laps, if there's an opportunity to do it a few times, to drop down. Again, and repeat that maybe once or twice. And that's going to be crucial because the last thing you want to do is drop from the front and then not be able to get back there again.
Something I noticed in the NEXTGEN race here at Daytona, the actual real-life one, is the cars really struggle to run single file. Uh-oh, who disappeared? Somebody just disappeared on the outside line. Where'd he go?
Brent Allen is now lost in the void, so he disappeared.
Oh, there he is.
He's been hooking up with Marty McFly, bro. He's taking some notes over there with that Back to the Future machine. He hit that 188 mile an hour is what that was.
66 of Brent Gwynn playing peekaboo with us in this race.
Well, yeah, man. He's keeping it lively. You're talking about lively. He used some legit stuff out there. I think you still have locked in on the bumper right there, the 001. And we got drag race all kinds with the 19 and 96. These four cars are just doing this little heads up, head-to-head battle. Well, you see the rest of these guys, they're pretty strong. Y'all keep it up. And That was really close as they both went to that trioval right there. Kind of close to the same race line. Got the 20 now the 19's push.
Whoa.
36. Little piece of 001. 001 gives him a quick reflex and makes a good save there. That's thinking out just on the outside. He wants it, but this is perfect right here for the 001 if you think about it. Now he can cruise right here on the outside line. He likes to be in. He's in between his so that means that he's not in any danger of losing or whatever. He's got the protection from the attack, coming up on him. And now he gets to save some fuel. Good spot for the 001 if you think about it.
Yeah, and 96 of Jarrett Schomburg got a little bit loose out of that. Turns 3 and 4, manages to keep it under control as he's getting a good push from 001 of Ronnie Morrison.
We got a drop down to the bottom, but take the time to sweep move right here by the 96. He tried really good. The bottom, number 1 out to the outside. He's like, dang it, I was only able to save, on a couple laps and a half. And so he backed up on the start to the outside. Don't look like he's carrying much on that one as he's now taking over this race lead show by up and down there as well. These two are working together. I mean, it looks like it. Looks like the 66 found himself somebody that he knows he can go ahead and tango through this race with and make some forward progress. They're doing so. He's right there on his bumper laid in, and now he's starting to run away with it ever so slightly.
Hey, remember that number 32 at Tom Freitas I told you was a lap down earlier this race?
Yeah.
Look where he's running. Fourth place on the outside. He's hooked up with the number 19 Nicholas Lamb. They are ready to go to the front right now. Only 2 cars right now on the outside line, but you've seen 2 cars can go ahead and make other cars want to go ahead and go up there as the 32, of course, bails down to the inside.
Give us a little bit more of a charge here. Running nicely. Got the wheels coming out of that car in front of the 32 of Tom Freitas. These guys have been setting one loose on this right now. They've got some side-by-side a little touch of the butter, and man, up we went, and we're talking ejecto seat style of wrecks in this one. But we've only had a couple times, so it's really clean, methodical racing thus far as we are in lap 46. Like right now, we still got some time, but in the driver's seat, they're going to blink and they're going to be at 10 to go, 5 to go, and they're going to need to start setting themselves up right. So that means setting themselves up with the person they're going to make that final run with, and that's what they need in this field.
Well, it depends. Like I said, they have 32 laps, I believe, 32 or 33 laps when they took the green flag. They can run about 30 to 33 laps, I believe is what Tom told us earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. If they stay green, Ronnie Morrison here leading this race, he's the one burning the most fuel right now. Our fuel race all day. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If we get one caution and it's not a green white checkered, they should be able to stretch it under caution and make it to the end of the race. And I do remember, I think when we went on board of the 001 under caution, he was turning his engine off to save as much fuel as he could. So fuel is definitely a question for the drivers in the front. The drivers in the mid pack and the back should be able to save enough to make it to the end.
Roger that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now here's the other question here too. Is that, I mean, this is dialing it up close to the end of this race when it comes down to their fuel. So, yeah, here's a fuel twist in this thing. Why not? One is how many cars used up that extra car in the hauler? There's a question. The other is, because coming into this race, there's going to be some guys that may have that extra car. I know it's hard to think about, but they're going to be out there pushing the envelope. All right, so you do have those cautions coming up, maybe a caution. Do you get a splash just in case you get a slew of cautions and this thing runs a lot further than what you have left in the tank. You do that right off the bat, so that way, as this is, if it does caution up, all it does is cycle you back to the front because now you're good. You don't have to worry about any kind of fuel. And a lot of different things can happen throughout tonight's race.
I got distracted. I got distracted for a moment because the 66 of Brett Gwynn all just dropped down the leaderboard. And I looked back up and he's playing peekaboo with us again.
Yeah. No worries. Like I said, he just got that 188 mile an hour thing like dialed right now. You know, there has to be it.
Well, he's running 185 miles an hour right now, so as soon as he gets probably to the backstretch, he might. Will he touch 188? Look at this. He's 188. There you go, right there.
No. Okay, so like I said, it's when he hits 188.
When this car hits 188 miles an hour.
Oh, no. He vanished. Where he goes, well, we have to wait till the end of the race to find out. Alright,
Good times.
But, yeah, right now, these guys are running their top right. I'm super stoked with their bases that they've been playing out there on track. And even during some of the checkup moves that have been happening, these guys really paying attention out there and getting us down a really good race. I mean, how many cars we start with in the beginning?
Looks like we had 22 cars take the green flag.
22 cars take the green flag. How many cars did y'all leave out?
17.
17. Okay, yeah. So we got a few of these guys up out. Let's see who is out of this race. So let's look at that.
Right now, it looks like every car is running that started the race.
So we got Salvo. So the 14 was up there, duking it out tough with everybody. It's showing him at 6 laps down. We got Shane Abbey also. The 84 was up there, 3 laps down. Adam. And the 28, yeah, he was trying to show his stuff. Garrett Tid Wills also involved in some accident. The 7, of course, we've seen him, get nutso on that one. So again, we still got a lot of cars here still left with possible, all good hot rods, ready to get her done. And we're seeing Leo well with a pretty clean car. This far under 66, these guys have been up here in the front the whole time. Maybe that's part of their strategy. Keep it up front, and that way they can control the race pace. Really watch their 6 and go from there. Now we do have the 19. 19's been showing a lot of strength. The 96, my bad. The 96 has shown a lot of strength, but so is the 19 now throughout tonight's race. But I think he's looking for some of the advancement. I want to say the 66 and the 009. Already that they're working together throughout the end of this thing. Now, when it comes to the end of this thing, that's going to be a great question there on that one. Who's going to go with what? But that's also in the reflex at the end of the race. What's that last run? What's that last surge of energy? And how are you going to manipulate it? But right now, everyone's riding.
So with this part of the race, we've seen who our good pushers are. That 66 can really push. That 96 has been up there. The 20's been up there consistently. So the drivers in the back, they're going to have to, 18 coming to 17 laps to go, they can't wait too much longer before they need to start getting on it. But at the same time, they're also probably trying to save a little bit of fuel. I think the drivers in the mid-pack to the back should be good to the end at this point. So we'll see them starting to get moving.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that we have that late launch. Again, disturbed it all right there, because you're expecting us to have that. You've got green flag stopper sometimes soon, but those cautions land after curious points. Ices everything up, twist it up. Who's going to be able to? You're going to have different playbooks as well. You're going to have all these different playbooks for things that happen momentarily throughout the race, and you got to practice those playbooks to make sure you have them dialed. And so that you're on top of your game, or you're in front of the race that you're trying to be in front of the car, that way you're not chasing the car. So now the single file, you got playbooks for that one. Ride her out for a minute, start thinking about when are we going to go and who we're going to work with. Right now, we're looking pretty good. When it comes to this thing running this down, advances at all. The 66 and 20 are definitely down to ride, and I see him just stacked all the way back. But let's kind of go through the field right now if we could. We got the runners being Morrison, of course, double a one thing strong all night, and to continue the younger great lead out for the 66 with Brett Allen. You know, he's been up here at the front fighting all evening as well in the second position. Third position to 96 of JR Scrubber. I'm going to mess that up for a minute. And then you got the 20 of Matt Macklin, there we go.
Mackin.
We got Mackin. He's sitting in that fourth position, fifth position. Thomas Friedis. Yeah, all right. Kenny Sarge in charge, bringing his car from a lap down, late entry. Firmly in that all right, Papa right there in that sixth position. Now you definitely know those two are going to be working together at the end of this thing. So look for the 64 and the 32 to make their move and advance themselves towards the top for a chance to win this thing. But we look at the seventh position of Cale Holmes, and he is in that 41 machine. You got the 19 and Nicholas Lamb, also a strong car, and he's been up there fighting pretty good. So look for him to make that car going good. So David Holstema, in the 39, also you've seen him up there. Tyler Hawk, 66. And the 95 back to WL. So all these guys clean air, and they want to see some more of it. So it's who's going to run with who, and right now it's giving these guys a great time to sit back and watch who's running their line consistently, who's holding that car the way they're going to need it to be when it comes time to go. And right now we seem to feel expecting a little bit more as we are coming close to that 10 laps to go here, folks. Now, Vegas, I think it's going to start picking up because you've got these cars. You may think that it's going to be a quick shot up to the front, but putting the line down on the bottom now. Unless they got someone to go with, but now we got the run starting to happen here. We do have some room behind the 66 and 96 here. So I'm trying to see what's going to generate a little bit further back in this path is, who's going to bring the line forward.
Well, every time I've told you that we're single file, somebody goes up, makes it too wide, and all of a sudden now we got 5 cars double file. So right now it's single file, 13 coming to 12 laps to go. So the question is, when are we going to see the cars jump out of line? I assume at this point, are they good on fuel, or is it going to be really tight? If they're still tight on fuel, they might have to wait a little bit longer, but otherwise, if they're not, we're going to see them start to jump out 2 wide, maybe even 3 wide here to try to get to the front at the end of this race.
I want to say it's going to be the person with the most fuel jumps to the outside first, right?
Absolutely, because you don't need enough fuel to make it to the race at the end in the middle of the pack. You need enough fuel to make it to the end of the race leading the pack.
So you're going to burn that fuel up when you jump to the outside, but how long do you want to wait? It's going to take some time to generate the momentum that you need and get the cars together that you need on the outside to get up there and challenge that lead and then take it over. You don't think that that the 001's just going to let you go ahead and rock and roll on the outside? No. You go say, stop, bro. It ain't happening. It's going to throw a block and then it's going to be a race.
If I'm outside, yeah, hop in. Yeah.
Hey, Gunny, go ahead.
Hey, how's our fuel situation looking?
Well, drivers that came in and topped off under that caution like myself, we are about 500 feet to the good. Cars that have not topped off, or like Ronnie running out front, they're about 2 laps short.
The top four right now did not stop with that extra lap to top off. Ronnie, Brett, JR, and Matt, they all pitted lap 36, and then Tyler Ott also pitted lap 36, but he's back in 10th place. Everyone else, they pitted that 1 extra lap to top off. So, if Tom, for example, this 32, he's been sitting here trying to save fuel. And we're talking about not laps to the good, we're talking feet to the good. You know, maybe that's why we're getting a hesitation as far as why we're not seeing cars pull out right now.
That is exactly why.
That is, Brad, absolutely 100%. Everybody has to be in line, and they have just that last moment. This is going to be crazy at the end. You know it, because everyone's going to have just that one last
And
jump,
I just noticed something as well looking at our scoreboard here. Ronnie Morrison, his fastest lap of the race was 47.6. The last lap he just turned was a 49.5. So we're almost 2 seconds a lap slower right now. And that's not just like, you know, you get a little bit of a run, you get a half second. We're talking the field is 2 seconds a lap slower right now. Just trying to save enough fuel to make it to the end. Like I said, that was the part I was worried about with Ronnie right now.
Exactly.
He's
I can
looking.
tell you right now, at least for me, I'm anywhere between, 25 to 25%
Wow. Hey, let's go and drop it in on Gunny's car real quick. Let's take a shotgun ride with him. Let's be good.
Which car?
From Gunny's, the 32.
32.
Yeah, I'll take a ride with him for a minute.
On board.
Listen in.
Oh, wow.
There we go. So,
You can hear he's half throttle right now. And as we move up, if we move around the field, for example, 4th place Matt Macklin, listen to his throttle. JR. Brett. But this is your leader, Ronnie. As the leader, there's not much you can do as far as lifting, but he's going to have to make something happen here. If you go a little farther back, for example, you go to the number 54, Spencer Hinton. Yeah, they're on the straightaway lifting right now. They have to make it to the end. So, again, lap times.
Here he goes. He's going to make a run for it.
So Nick probably thinks he's got enough to make it to the end right now. He's moving up to the outside. He's doing it all by himself right now. But with the lap times, like I said, the leader was a 49.9. Again, remember that fastest lap was a 47.6. So again, 2.3 seconds slower. Now you got some takers as they start looking up to the outside. They got places to go. Like I said, Nick Lamb by himself driving all the way up to 4th place.
Wow, that's impressive right now. Hold on, we can good tech difficulties. There we go. There you go. Brad, bring my view back. Fighting with me. Okay, now he's got some help. A little bit of help here. Kind of half sort of. Not really. No, not yet.
Well, Tom's only 500 feet to the good. He can't use up too much fuel right now.
Well, yeah, so Tom was just teasing him is what he was doing. He was just like, yeah, I'll give you some help. But you did it again out there. You look great.
But you know what? If Nick thinks he's saved enough fuel, why not go for it? As the 32 Tom Freitas goes out and pulls out again, you know, maybe they've got enough to work with. But like I said, that inside line is going to have to make something happen. Lap times, by the way. Remember the last lap I told you was a 49.9?
Yep.
Last lap was a 48.8. So they went ahead and knocked a second off the lap time. So as we go ahead and cross the finish line right here, you know, let's kind of see what the lap times are. As I go ahead and pull it up on our scoring tower. Yeah, again, 48.8s to 48.4s. You know, the lap times are starting to move down here as they go ahead and get closer to the finish.
Well, so, you know, yeah, business is picking up now. No more. I mean, we got the outside line really starting to get together here with the 19 leading that thing. 32 of Thomas Freitas on the outside with the 84. Is that the 84 coming back into play here? Here comes the 001. He's stretching his lead out a little bit more, getting away from the 66. So that's going to slow their momentum up. And here comes the outside line.
Remember the 84 is a couple laps down though.
Yeah, whatever. They do that.
He does. He doesn't care. He's got to get up there. He's got to make something happen. If he can get back, if he can get another lap back, and then a caution comes out, he gets a lucky dog. He could get 2 laps back potentially.
Could be in a blink of an eye. I mean, that's what he was watching the 7 trying to get her down the same way. 19 now trying to stall him up by side drop, an aggressive side drop down the back stretch right here, and they're going to set him into 3 and 4. Again, with these cars, you gotta really respect the driver that's coming. Because again, you're going to get as close as you can, stalls him up real good, but then it's going to stall you up as well. As we see it happen, the outside line. Slowing and slowing up here, checking up, but ooh, we got, is that the 001?
Yep. Remember when I told you? Remember I told you I was worried about Ronnie being in the front for that long?
Yep. Burned it out.
Yep.
He burned up the fuel.
He's 3 laps short, unfortunately. And remember all that single file that we were doing for a while?
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on to it, 41. Wow, 41 with a huge save.
Here we go, baby. It doesn't take it up.
Cahill Holmes, I don't know if you saw that view or not, but he clipped the apron, got it completely sideways, and managed to save it. That was seriously impressive.
That was the save of the night right there. Well, our views are a little different because he's controlling our cameras in the main right now, and I'm controlling just a basic. So, but anyways, we're starting to call it. We're calling the 66 now, taking control with the 96. Oh, bumper now.
Whoa! Hold on. We got trouble.
We got. I don't know what just happened.
We got a lot of crashing. We got a bunch of cars spinning, and the caution only just came out.
Doing a really good job. Tell me about your race car. What you
Yeah. We were 2 laps to go. Matt Macklin was involved. Matthew Bell, Spencer Hinton was involved in that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. However, start to think about that fuel situation. If they were already super tight coming to the end, now it's even closer because they made, like Ronnie had to pit with 3 laps to go. This might actually be a great break for him because if Ronnie took enough fuel for a couple green white checkers, he might cycle back up to the lead here if everyone else has to pit.
See, that's exactly what I was talking about like 30 laps ago.
Let's go ahead and check out this replay and see what happened.
They're all saving fuel. I didn't realize it was that close, but now they're critical right now when it comes to the fuel and everything else.
Well, check this out. Contact with the 32 and the 20, and it was on from there. That took out a lot of cars. Let's go ahead and kind of zoom in here and kind of see what happened.
That did take out a lot of cars. You guys are
So 20 car comes down into the 32. It looks like he's trying to just get in line, and after that, it was on from there.
32.
Oh, ow, that hurt.
You all right? We need medevac out or?
No, we're still in this. I got
Got a car in hauler?
I got a car in the hauler, so.
All right. Yeah, so we got a little second life here.
All right, so check this out. We're coming.
All these guys dropping into the pits right now.
They can't. They have to stop.
They have to.
But check this out. Look at the 001. Look where he is. 001, Ronnie Morrison, he gets to stay out because he stopped. He stayed fuel. He stayed on the lead lap with this pit stop. Guess who's going to have the lead on that restart?
He's going to have the lead. Oh, my goodness. He's going to take over the lead by the sheer luck that came out the way it did. And he had to drop his happy butt onto the pit road, get himself little go-go dude. Man! And he got lady luck on his side. If he wins this thing, he better drive himself right to the nearest store and buy himself a sticker top. Because, wow! That is, you just don't get more luck than that, man. Who we got?
Sorry, I had a person hop in on the channel. But yeah, what a break for Ronnie Morrison here because that, like I said, he was out of it, completely out of it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was it. That was game over. I mean, and if they would have came back around even further, and I mean, he may have been the first car one up. I don't know, but still, like I said, that was just impressive for that sheer turn of events at the end. So, You know, things are dicing up here. We have cars running out of fuel, all kinds, and we're now into overtime.
Yeah, we will go ahead and go into overtime as Derek Wynn's doing some landscaping down there. Looks like he's stopping his car.
Yeah, they must have missed a spot with the
Yep.
lawnmower, that's all.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks,
I will say, having been at the Daytona International Speedway this afternoon for the Daytona 500, the grounds crew does an amazing job on that infield. It is absolutely incredible to see the work they do. And they had the, I don't know if you saw it on TV or not, but they had the Great American Race with some stars on it and the Daytona logo on it. You know, into the infield, they have the grass like the colored a specific way, and if you think about it, you know, that's also when they run the truck race, when they run the Xfinity race. If they put a bunch of cars through that infield, they gotta fix it and make it look like it was perfect. Well, just in time for the race on Sunday.
So let me guess. So I'm just gonna take a shot at this one. So if you got a mad group of you know, infield, you know, the caretakers of the infield, they come running up to the car. That's probably not a good thing, right? After the race.
Oh no.
Went through their grass, messed it all up. And he's gonna get beat up. He keep that up. You gotta be careful.
All right, let me double. I'm gonna double check real quick and see.
Yep.
Hey Tom, how many green-white checkers do we have here?
We have 3 attempts at a green-white checker.
3 attempts at a green-white checker. Thank you, sir. All right. I just had to check with him to make sure. So we got 3 opportunities. Let's see how we do this. So it looks like we got 14 cars caught up to the field. A couple cars coming off pit road. Lights are out on the pace car. We're gonna go green this time for 2 laps around the Daytona International Speedway. Don't worry about looking at the oil temperature because it's not gonna matter.
No, we ain't gonna worry about that. But we do have the 001 here. He's sitting like so pretty right now. He's just smiling big.
Well, and you know that 96 has been a great pusher. 96 has been a great pusher tonight. The 66 has been a great pusher tonight. That's your road 2. So it's really going to come down. Let's see who gets the pushes coming out of the corners to establish that lead and see where we go. As the pace car makes a hard left turn, we hear green flag is in the air.
Go get it for the last time, my man.
Hopefully last time.
On the outside with the 47.
Yeah, 47 Alex Weaver.
Alex Weaver, fast start right there with the 66. 66 been doing himself an awesome job being that runner-up throughout the night. He's been being that really locking into the bumpers, giving that car in front of him a tremendous amount of speed. But now he's fighting for his chance to get up toward the front here and see if he's going to do a sneak attacker as he's giving that distress to the 47. And they're starting to get that high rocket fly. Got the 32 of Thomas Friedis now. Looks like he's going to try his own stealth attack right now as he's setting himself up all kinds of momentum. As we got 1 lap left in tonight's race. 3 wide with the old one. We got two there. Contact with the 64. 64 down further into the wall. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Massive contact. Already in. Just lights out for those guys. Thank goodness for Jason Barrier, but we are still under green for this thing. Trying to get it. No, one of them. Ronnie now to the outside. But the 96 is out. Oh my goodness, everybody's spinning, Ronnie's spinning. The 96 is the only one still left yet.
Hold on, Ty Dowman is right there. He's only about 3 or 4 car lengths back. Is he going to make it back? Is he going to catch up to them in time?
I don't know, but Alex Weaver may be the race winner.
No, hold on. He's 2 car lengths back. He's 1 car length back. Looks to the outside, crosses down to the inside.
Oh, he's down. Across the line, but the 96 still gets it.
96 is going to come back up onto the track. Oh my goodness, look out. He got... Yeah, Ty Dallman got all the way up to him. Let's go ahead and check and make sure if anyone else is still coming to the line. We got drivers in various states of condition. Go ahead and bring their cars to the checker flag. 004 in the Pit Viper car. He blows up as he crosses the... Or he's in... Looks like he's in turn 3. He might not be able to make it all the way around. But... My bar is showing up of Nicholas Lamb was involved in that, Ty Dallman, Brett Gwynn, Matthew Ball, Kenny Sutherland, Blake Mosley, Ronnie Morrison, all involved in that accident.
Hart. Second on that. 96 just squeaked away from it. I mean, you want to put it on the leader, dude, and it'll show right there who like just falls away and back from there. Everyone
All right.
just Donzo.
So we had 2 separate incidents. So let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. This is Jared Schomburg's accident. So it helps that the cameraman will pick the right camera. And let's see what happens with him, because I thought he was involved in something. No, that was his crash at the end of the race. The first crash that we saw was Jared Nash. SDK coming in a little bit late on that, so let's hop in and see what happened there. And he got clipped a little bit. Actually, that was the big crash. And
we got the 96 right now. Bring it up to the start finish line. About ready to burn them up, buddy.
we gotta cover some burnouts then. Here we go.
Yeah, 96 is now lighting them up. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, sorry about that. We got covered some burnouts now. We go back to that actually in a second. But yeah, oh, you put up the grass. Dude, you're in your seat. Get off the grass. Get off the grass. Oh man, the lawn keepers are gonna just maybe you get away with it because you won the race.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring him up into the booth for the Victory Lane interview. J.R. Schomburg is now joining us in the booth.
Oh no, he's still doing donuts, man, but that's all good. Yeah. Good run. Let's go ahead and bring up that the final finish running order if we could. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, Ronnie and Brent, we were kind of running there together for a while, save some fuel. We had some fuel issues there, and then just at the end there, I thought for sure Ronnie was going to clip me when everyone got turned around on the backstretch. So I don't know after that. I forgot who came up behind me, but he had a huge run.
Ty, you there?
Yes, sir.
Gonna bring up in a few seconds for an interview. Be ready.
Okay.
Your win tonight, and what a way to kick off your season right here, my bro. You got a guy at the biggest race, of the year, which is the very first one, which sets off your entire program in motion, but in motion in fantastic style right here. Being that this is a flag-to-flag style season where you guys only have this short run to get her done, and being that there's no stage points, there's nothing to really help you if something goes wrong. So to have this run right off the bat, dude, congratulations to you, my man. Great run, great work done in that 96 machine as well, bud. You were really working both lines and trying to figure out who had that car, who was fast, who was stable, and who you can work with. So give us a rundown of your race here. We're dropping the green flag. We're getting it done. We got we had a couple caution later on in the race, but
Beginning.
Alex, you there?
Yes.
I'm gonna play it for you interview in a second. Be ready.
Yeah. Over the first half, 75% of the race, just to make it to the end first. And then the second challenge was fuel. So hooked up with Ronnie in the 001 and Brent in the 66. We kind of just chilled for a little bit and waited till the last second to see what was going on. And then the caution came out, like you said, late, and we didn't know what we wanted to do. And so just splash and go and went from there. And I guess that was the end of that. And so we just go like hell, I guess.
How crazy did that come out to be though with the 01 or 001 of Ronnie? He lead and he burned up all that fuel, right? Y'all should thank him later too, by the way.
And then he comes back first to kick it off at the end too. Yeah, that's what we were saying. We're like, how in the hell did you get first again?
Oh my goodness, we were just like, as of the way he pitted, and then that caution came out on the opposite side of the track. He was still able to get his pit done, and then come back out, and he was on the lead lap, man. How better to be lucky than good, or no? Yeah, but he was good too.
He's got a horseshoe somewhere, so it's somewhere.
Right to that. But hey, man, you had yourself one heck of a run. You're doing a phenomenal job when it comes down to even, getting to the outside, starting those runs, challenging the leaders, and trying to move your car forward throughout the entire race. So doing a really good. How strong was that side draft for you?
Oh, that was really strong.
Alex, sorry, Chris is taking longer than I thought.
That's fine. So, just to get the line moving.
Man, and I've seen both lines generating just as much, power and momentum. The outside to the inside. I mean, which line did you more prefer tonight?
I like the inside lane, but again, like you said, it's both lines were going, so that's why I had to try to bounce around to find the sweet spot, or if I had to keep bouncing around to stay up there, I guess. So. That's just what I wanted to do, or I had to do to get it done.
Well, you had a fantastic run out there tonight, my man, and congratulations once again, dude. Let's hope you can keep this momentum up throughout this season because there's some prizes to be had, throughout this one. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And of course, we're gonna put on a good show, man. You guys put on one heck of a show. I'd like to give all of you guys, props on the way that you guys got business done out there tonight. But who we got out there to thank, bud? Who you got? Who you got for me?
Who do I got? Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say number one, Ronnie in the 001. I don't know if he's in here or not, but he is the huge help. And then the 66 for sure. And then other than that, I don't know, just my horseshoe, I guess. But I think Ronnie had the bigger one tonight.
There you go. There you go. Well, man, you did a great job out there getting her done. Extending throughout the entire evening, playing a really smart race, and holding it strong at the end, bud. And man, what about that last wreck though? Real quick for the shelf. I mean, did you feel like that was it? You're like, that's it? We're in it.
Definitely not. The guy behind me, I was like, oh, he's just far enough away to get one hell of a run on me, and it's going to come down to the final stretch there, and it sure did. So I just held her to the floor and tried to get in his way as much as possible.
You did. And when I finished there across the line, a little sideways action, and they're already preemptively starting your victory burnout there on that one. So.
Yeah.
It was an exciting race and super fun finish there at the end, throughout all of that. So, man, couldn't have asked for anything better, though. You did a great job tonight. Let's see if we got to Big Johnson. Big Johnson got anything for a winner?
Got you Ty Dowman in second place, followed by Alex Weaver in third place. They're both here ready for you right now.
Okay. You got anything for a winner there, Big Johnson?
No, I
just want to say, JR, awesome job there. Nice win, first win of the season there.
Thanks.
Great way to start off the season, and let's hope we see you in victory lane again, right?
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal every week.
Sounds good.
Yeah, roger that. I got Tom Free to stay again, started in charge up in this thing. Yep. Congratulations, the winner. Get her done tonight. So who we got? We got our second place, Ty.
Yes,
Ty Delman?
Yep,
Delman?
yes, sir.
All right,
That's our winner, JR. That was a hell of a finish. Sorry about the bump at the end.
I was expecting it.
It's the finish, my man. It's the finish right there.
He's actually lucky. I had a little bit of front end damage because I did get a little bit from that, so I couldn't get as much speed as I probably should have been able to.
Well, let's rewind let's rewind that real quick since we're on it. Let's rewind that incident right there. When that all unfolded, where were you at in that?
I think I was running like 8th or 9th, and then I just kind of plowed my way through. Luckily, the car's actually I didn't even really plow. It kind of just opened up, parted seas, and I caught just a tinge of the car, and that was about it. And then I was just like, well, I got to catch him, and pretty much we got what we got.
Wow, yeah, that was intense at the end. But I mean, how was your race throughout this evening? Where were you at for the green flag? How did your car feel? Where did you feel that you're strongest at? Did you feel like you're stronger on the bottom or on the top today?
We never really got to get to the racing part really until the very end. So I was up top. I like up top more. I like to run the wall. But we just kind of chilled at the back, and we're saving fuel towards the end of that run. And we figured people were going to start running out of gas like the leader did. And we were kind of hoping it was going to go because we were at about 2.5 laps to the good with myself, Blake, and Jared on Dirty Boys.
Oh, nice. So you guys were already set and styled, ready to rock, and had a late caution, so you guys could have stayed up regardless.
Yeah, well, we had to pit anyways with the caution. It extended us too far, so we were kind of hoping it was going to go green to people running out because we saved at the back for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you still mustered up and got it through there, in bringing it in the second position at the end of all that. But yeah, I mean, with Daytona, anything can happen, my man.
Oh yes.
It doesn't matter. It's just like you can have the lady luck. You have like the 001 was blessed and then taking it all back. I mean, I think you're like, yeah, you got it, and then no, you don't, buddy. And that's cruel too. I gotta say that's cruel. I mean, give you that thought if you can make it. I'd rather be surprised at the end. They're like, are you serious? I got podium? What? Yeah. But then, yeah, good run for you tonight, man. I mean, how was the field though? How was your race in general? I mean, were you just How was
Yeah,
the
we're
field?
doing at the back trying to avoid wrecks. That's pretty much about it. I think we got tagged in one or two of them, but not too bad, and it was able just 15 seconds of repairs at one of the crashes. And other than that, we had a pretty clean race
Yeah,
until
yeah. I mean, so
then
we
obviously
only
the
had a few
crazy
cautions.
finish.
Yeah, yeah. I said you guys only had a few cautions, man. So it's like I said, it was a really good, lots of green flag running there. You know,
Yeah,
and
great
you know,
guys to run with. Very clean.
yeah, absolutely. So you guys were all getting it done out there. So super proud of everybody. So and again, congratulations for making podium tonight in that second place finish. You got anybody out there you like to give a thanks to?
Just my teammates, Blake Mosley and Jared Nash, and then Dirty Boys Motorsports, and then Maximum Oils, and that'll be about it for my shoutouts.
All right, man. Roger that. Well, let's see you bring it back here on podium for next week. See if we can repeat. You know, they said again, you got a great momentum in this season thus far at one of the most difficult tracks to master. So congratulations on your good run so far, and let's see you get back up here, Ty.
Yep, thank you.
There you go, bud. We got Alex Weaver here in the number 47.
Yes.
All right, my man. Well, let's go on your. We just didn't. I have a practice time here of 4, 6, 6, 6, 6. So you got 4 of a kind there, and so I'm thinking that's a good hand, and that may be what helped you throughout. You got some luck already on your side because you needed it out there. You know, they all needed it. You know, everyone. But you had yourself fantastic run at 47. You had yourself a yo-yo of a race, right? You found yourself in tremendous efforts at times. Coming back through fields, getting shuffled back. I mean, man, give us a quick insight of your runs, from the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, I mean, basically the whole goal of the race was just kind of to hang back, wait for those big wrecks to happen, try and avoid them. Unfortunately, the first one, I got, pushed into it by the accordion effect. I actually opted out of the fast repair to save it for later in the run, and luckily I did because sort of the same scenario happened again. Got rear-ended, ended up having to take that fast repair, but we knew that last run there was going to come down to some fuel saving, so me and the guys were just hanging around in the back trying to save as much fuel as possible. And, once we got to that window, we decided to get going, and then of course that caution came out. But luckily I fell in a good spot, P3, and was able to come out of pit road in a good position to be on the outside there for the restart, and felt like I had a pretty good chance of winning that one there if the I think his name was Brent Allen. If he had stuck to me, I felt like we had that one for the win. But backstretch there kind of got a little crazy.
The 66 of Brett Allen, he was doing an amazing job being a good teammate, good pusher out there. Just working well with others, as I've seen, really generated a lot of good speed. So I think that you would have had a really good shot at winning this thing if you had the 66 right there going with, because he was generating a lot of speed for the 001. And for the 19, throughout this, tonight's race that I've seen, 54. Anybody that he was working with, you guys were moving. But man, what an exciting finish for all of that. Of course, across the back right there, and just But I mean, it was a clean race, dude. Clean race all the way through. Very impressive there. You guys, there was it looks seriously like almost textbook. You go side by side. Getting racy, getting dicey, a little something happens. Everybody kind of calms down. You wait for those runs to generate, comes back again. 2 good, definitive, solid, lines. Ask the other drivers, which line did you prefer a little bit more? Did you like the high line or the bottom line?
I kind of preferred the bottom line. It just felt safer for me. Outside, I felt if they got loose on the bottom, it was just going to clean you out in the run. So it was just kind of riding the back bottom for majority until it got real serious there in the end.
And then we hit the nitrous right there, and then man, and the way you came, right? You got up there, and you got up there in a hurry. I mean, what did you find any kind of a little more difficult working your way through the field?
Honestly, I did not. I mean, towards those last few laps there, when my fuel window was open, I just set my goal and made my way to the front, and I think I was probably like P12 or something, and I made my way to third in a matter of laps. So honestly, the way that was driving and how I was able to work way through it worked out perfectly. I hate the caution fail because I felt like I was in a good position before the caution, but still was able to get out of pit road and be on that outside lane and still have a shot at it.
And you did, though. Yeah, like I said, you came at him with everything you had there and bringing it home on P3, my man. Like I said, congratulations to you on that one, Dan, bringing it in that podium. And you have yourself one sick hot rod out there today, really showing your stuff. So I really hope you go back, watch that race, and get to see it, dude. I mean, that was some fun racing from all of you guys, dude. So very proud of everybody out there, or you guys out there on track, putting on a good show for your fans. So congratulations once again. You got anybody we're gonna throw a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to my whole team, especially my paint scheme maker, Matt Bell. Appreciate all you guys.
Roger that. Matt Bell paint making. That's he's keep spouting out for them. You can keep him busy.
Oh,
but, yeah, that's it. But again, impressive run for you tonight. You're again, good placement there, third place, and critical, very critical. You need this finish to get you a good start in this season to continue that momentum and points. So man, what a great.
Appreciate it.
You got it, man. We'll see you in the next one. All right, Gunny, you got a copy?
I got a copy, Chris.
Yeah. All right, you got time for this here. Gunny, line us up for next week, dude, for the Busch Series.
Yeah, so next week, our Blaze Marriott Resort Grand National Series is at Auto Club, just like our Cup Series. They're at Auto Club next Sunday for 85 laps of what is going to be, I think, some really, really good racing. I'm looking forward to it.
So flag to flaggers on that one, right?
Yes, sir. Our Xfinity Series and our Truck Series are both flag to flag series. So.
Ooh, so it's go get some, and I can't wait, man. It's California, we're over here, my hometown right here, my home track. It's gonna be great, super stoked. So yeah, we're gonna have it live for you next week. So make sure you all tune on in, and hopefully we'll have all the rest of our systems up, get the cameras up, and really put the show on. What we're hopefully known for, and everyone comes to appreciate. So yeah, we'll be back though in full swing hopefully next week when it comes to all of our tech and with that. But can't say enough to Big Johnson out here coming in here and dropping the hammer when it comes to race control tonight. So great job to you there, bud.
Yeah, much appreciated, Steven. Thank you.
Thank you. And after getting, like I said, I literally came home from the Daytona 500. What a race that was in person. Came home, hopped on the computer, and had to put out a little issue in the getting everything set up on OBS. But man, we managed to get live about a minute before the green flag, and that's all that matters.
Well, I was like, they know we got live because it was green flag. We came into it. But, yeah, that was great. Like I said, awesome timing. Great. I mean, and again, we're down on our systems here. We got a whole new computer, a whole new thing that we built over here, a whole new broadcast booth. So we're just finishing up the odds and ends, and hopefully we'll be, again, we plan on bringing you guys something crazy through this entire season. It's going to keep everybody completely blown away and out of your seats. All right, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope everyone tunes in. So let's go and let everybody out of here. We'll see you here next week, folks. We're going to try to have the truck race up tomorrow. Oh, no, we'll have the truck race up tomorrow night. Let's hope we'll try. But just keep working with us, folks, because we're going to keep bringing you the best racing we can, and with all kinds of fun. So till next time, folks, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Make sure you do that, like and subscribe. See you later.